Hello folks, welcome back to TasteOfGyan. Today we'll be unboxing the Body Glove Tandem 15-inch inflatable two-person stand-up paddleboard, which also converts into a kayak. Costco offers a great deal on this board. The price at the time was $599.99, basically $600, and came with the kayak conversion kit for free. But other than that, this has so many features. You can see at the top right, just a brief list. It has great reviews and an action camera mount, which basically just means GoPros in this case. Opening up the box, we see that this is a nice, sturdy carry bag. It can also be converted with backpack. It has straps inside the bag. Everything fits nicely inside this bag. This bag is waterproof. As you can see, the boat folds up neatly. The paddles, the seats, the feathers. This is the kayak seat. It has a nice, strong, it's not going to rip. It's a good fabric. It has a pocket on the back. It folds flat for easy storage. And it has this really strong, really sturdy connectors, which latch onto the 15 D-rings that are on the boat. This is the ankle tether that will connect to your leg or your ankle. This will make sure that that when you fall off the board, inevitably, that your $600 investment doesn't go drifting away into the seas and the oceans beyond. This is the dual action pump. This has two modes for like in the beginning when you're pumping, and then when like the air pressure starts to increase and it becomes harder to pump, it has another mode which makes it easier to pump, makes it easier to inflate, for quicker inflation, and so that you don't get tired before you inflate the boat. This is the connecting tube. It's a good, very strong material, and it has a rubber gasket on the end so that no air will leak. This is a paddle, alright, so it actually has, it's very configurable. It has a middle connector which obviously connects the two other sides, but it's configurable. So one side can be a paddle and the other side can be a grip, or the other side can also be a paddle depending if you're using the boat in like its kayak form or in its stand-up paddle form. If you can see on the pole, there's actually measurements for like your height, and the instruction manual goes through, it tells you like, so if what height the paddle should be, if what's your actual height, and like how comfortable it should be. It's all in the information part of the information packet. One side note is that this paddle actually floats. It doesn't say that anywhere on the papers or on the box, but the paddle floats. As you can tell, I've dropped the paddle in water. So this is both the paddles side by side. As you can see, they come apart for easy storage. And now to the main big chungus. The boat. It's heavy. It's 35 pounds. I know its weird shape makes it feel a lot heavier, but it's 35 pounds. Kind of light. And these are the information papers I was talking about. It goes over what your paddle height should be, some safety guidelines, what to do if you have a patch, your warranty information. It goes through all of that. These are the backpack straps that I was talking about earlier. They clip on to the sides of the backpack, the sides of the carry bag, and then you can just put it on your back, walk around. If you have that much strength to walk around with practically 40 pounds, And so this is basically a patch repair kit, but our stuff kind of like it like was opened, and so everything's scattered in the bag, and like you'll see us grab all the individual pieces. But it says repair kit, and this is like the material that they use on the boat. As you can see, it's kind of thick. It's very sturdy, hard to bend. It's definitely like very hard to like puncture, especially once you're on sea. But it comes with an extra. It comes with an extra rubber gasket. It comes with the extra material, but it does not come with glue. And the reason behind this is that Body Glove says that the glue, it has a short shelf life, and that it'll go bad before your board will puncture. This is the waterproof pouch. It's good. It does not let water touch your phone. This took some searching, so after a while I found out that this was a adjustment tool for the valve. Basically, you can tighten and loosen it if it starts leaking, basic stuff. And this is the board. You can unroll it. This is what you're gonna have to do. So you roll it from the back because that's where the fins are, and there's like a special way you fold it in. You should just fold it like the company gives it to you, folded. As you can tell, it's very big. It has bungee tie downs, it has D-rings all over it, it has 4 handles, 2 of which can convert into water bottle holders, or they can hold the paddles, which is very neat. And then like, once the paddles are connected into it, you can use the paddles to lift the board. As you can see towards the left, which is the back of the board, you have the valve where you would inflate. It has a little foam material on the top, so it's easy to stand on when it's inflated. You can see lots of D-rings, lots of attachment points. There's a bungee tie down. There's a handle at the rear. You can connect the ankle tether wherever you want, whichever D-ring you want. This is the dual action pump, alright? So right now it's in mode 2, which means that it pumps both ways, pulling up and pushing down, and this really helps inflate the board really quickly. At this point, I suggest getting an electric pump. They're very cheap, not too expensive. I got mine for around $60, but boy does it make inflating this faster. It's way worth it. Way worth it. Inflates it in a couple minutes. They normally have like 2 modes, but as you can see, once you reach 15 psi, which is practically 1 bar, you just twist out the hose, and like it just stops air. You don't have to do anything, tighten it. In the middle of the valve, you press that to stop the air. It has 2 modes, like one for inflating, where it doesn't let air come back out of the board, and then one for deflating, where you can roll up the board backwards and then you can fold it. This is the paddle. As you can see, it has a nice locking mechanism with a pin going through the middle, and you pull from both sides to like take out a piece, and then you just slide in your paddle, line up the holes, choose your size, whichever is comfortable. Once you go out to paddling or on land, you can see, and it just clips in. It's very sturdy. It has not come out on me at all. And the other side is basically the same. You just choose whether you want your paddle or if you want your grip. I do have to note, after a couple of days, the text and on like the paddle and on the bar, the middle connector, did start to like peel off or come off, and it just comes off on your hands sometimes. They'll just stick to your hands. Nothing stick on the board. But yeah. As you can see, this is the kayak with paddles on both sides, and then the paddleboard with a grip on one side and the paddle on the other. This is the water bottle holder / paddle holder. As you can see, you just open the Velcro, and it unfolds, becomes really big. Then you can just slide your paddle in, both paddles, one paddle, depending if you're using this alone or if you're using it with somebody else. And you just tie down the Velcro, connect them up real quick. Only takes like 30 seconds. And then we'll show you in a couple of seconds that you can actually lift the board. They advertise it. You can lift the board using the paddles because that's how strong their connectors are. That's how strong their paddles are. See, here you can use it. It's easy to carry. You just carry it from the middle. These are the fins on the back. These are strong plastic. They do not come out. They're not like a clip system. They won't be falling out on you. They're very sturdy. And the thing is that when you roll it up, you have to keep in mind that you don't deflate when you're deflating the board, that you don't like put too much pressure on them. They might break. They won't, most likely. Oh, as you can see on the front, there's a little bit of a rubber piece. This is for when you come up to shore or when the boat's laying on sand. It just keeps it a little bit elevated off the grass, if for any rocks, anything that's underneath it. As you can see, the boat is very long at 50 feet. You could compare its size to a car, but then again, it also fits inside your car. This is how you install the seat. Though the pieces on the front, on the top, where you're going to be sitting, those go forward to support your back, and the pieces on the bottom towards the joint, those go towards the back. And then they all evenly stretch out when you open up the seat. There's adjustments on the seat, so you can make it tighter, looser, depending on like how much strain you want on your back, how much pressure you want on your back. And this is the entire board. This is the entirety of the paddles on the side, the seats. Thank you for watching. Tune in later, subscribe, like, share this, whatever you want. Goodbye.